The Premier League title celebrations won't last long for Antonio Conte ahead of what promises to be a busy summer. With Champions League football on the cards, Chelsea's chief knows he has to strengthen his squad while also limiting who and how many they lose. Here, Sportsmail runs the rule over Chelsea and takes a look at who could be coming in and out. Goalkeepers. Who could go? Asmir Begovic was the subject of a £10 million bid from Bournemouth, with him wanting first-team football, and his best pal John Terry on his way out. Begovic decided to go. It was swift and quick, and there was no dragged-out transfer saga. As for Thibaut Courtois, the Chelsea #1 is again being linked with La Liga's Real Madrid. It's unlikely that Courtois, 25, will go with a new and improved contract on the cards instead. Who could come in? Chelsea will need a new backup with Begovic having left, and there are a few contenders. Towards the top of their list is Fulham's 25-year-old goalkeeper Marcus Bettinelli. Celtic's Craig Gordon was wanted in January, but he signed a new 3.5-year deal in March, while Brighton's David Stockdale has also been linked. Manchester City's Joe Hart will be up for grabs this summer, but England's 30-year-old #1 will not want to play second fiddle if he is to make it to the 2018 World Cup in Russia. Defense. Who could go? John Terry is on his way out, but the English champions aren't expecting to lose anyone else irreplaceable at the back. Nathan Ake could be sent out on loan again after his time at Bournemouth came to an abrupt end in January when he was recalled. Kurt Zouma could also try to get game time by spending the season somewhere else. Marseille are among those interested in Zouma. Who could come in? Chelsea have made early enquiries about Bayern Munich's Jerome Boateng, but their top target was Southampton centre-back Virgil van Dijk. The Saints want more than £50 million to let him leave, while Manchester City have indicated they would be willing to pay him £180,000 a week on a 5-year contract. It is well known that Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool are leading the chase. Chelsea are therefore considering other options, such as Boateng. Andreas Christensen, 21, is also set to return from his loan at Borussia Mönchengladbach. Midfield. Who could go? Cesc Fabregas is an option for Manchester United, with Jose Mourinho a known admirer. He has also been subject to speculation in Europe, particularly from Italy. The main dramatic, meanwhile, has also been linked with United. It remains to be seen whether only one would go or both. Reinforcements for alongside N'Golo Kante will be required either way. Who could come in? Chelsea are set to open negotiations with Monaco about their top target Timu Bakayoko. Talks have already taken place with a 22-year-old midfielder's representatives. £40 million Australian fee is expected, though it's far from a done deal. Paris Saint-Germain's Marco Verratti is also a contender, with Chelsea having previously looked closely at the central midfielder. The 24-year-old would cost more than £50 million, but is a big name. Barcelona are believed to be among the others looking at him. Wide men. Who could go? Eden Hazard was wanted by Real Madrid, but the 26-year-old broke his ankle while on international duty with Belgium this week. He will now be out for 3 months, which means he would not be able to complete a medical before the start of the new Premier League season in August. Real are expected to look elsewhere for their next Galactico. A new contract at Stamford Bridge is on the cards instead for Hazard, with his current £200,000 a week contract expiring in 2020. The Belgian has always maintained he was waiting until the end of the season to begin talks over an extension. Who could come in? The one who is continuously being linked is Arsenal's Alexis Sanchez. There's no smoke without fire in this particular transfer, but Chelsea were only likely to push hard for Sanchez if they lost Hazard. Inter Milan winger Ivan Perisic has also been looked at, though Manchester United have always appeared closer to getting a deal done for the £48 million rated winger. Sportsmail revealed this week that Chelsea are weighing up a shock swoop for Juventus' Dani Alves, 34. That would likely be a 1-year deal, with Conte wanting competition for Victor Moses at right wing back. Strikers. who could go. Will Diego Costa stay or go? The Chelsea striker went out of his way after the FA Cup final to speak to Spanish media and wax lyrical about Atletico Madrid, but their unsuccessful appeal against a transfer ban means he'll have to wait another year to rejoin them. The Chinese Super League would be more than happy to accommodate him. In the meantime, it remains to be seen how Costa's future will be resolved, with talks planned to take place. There is also Michy Batshuayi, whose future is unclear. The backup striker is wanted by West Ham, but they face competition from Newcastle. A loan is the likeliest option, given Chelsea paid £33 million for him only last summer. Who could come in? Chelsea wanted Swansea striker Fernando Llorente in the January window and could go back for the 32-year-old, who played under Conte at Juventus. Their top target, though, is Everton's Romelu Lukaku. A return to Stamford Bridge has been spoken about for several months, and now is the time for crunch talks behind the scenes. At around £70 million, he is not cheap. Then there is also Torino's Andrea Bellotti is another option. Talk of Real Madrid's Alvaro Morata appears to have cooled. Meanwhile,